everyone, it's Eileen from Now There's a Crafty Idea. It's been another week and yes, we still have technical issues. No, I haven't got them all sorted. Am I going to let it stop me? No, I'm not. So I am just going to carry on in the hopes that it's all going to work itself out, and hopefully it will. I think I've changed a couple of things, and I think I'm not going to say it because every time I say it and I say that I'm back and everything's fine, it's just goes to pot. So let's just hope, and we'll take it as it goes. Fly by the seat of our pants, eh? Yes, we're still doing our lovely tea time journals, and I want to get these finished. First of all, I'd just like to say, would you please, I don't know how the YouTube bots work. I have no idea what the algorithms do. I just know that the more likes that the videos get, the better it is for the videos, and the more it gets seen by other people. So could I ask you a big favor, because it would really help me out if you would just drop a like on this video and any future videos you watch, and if you would subscribe as well. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, because besides some of the technical issues that we've been having, hopefully things are back on track, and we've got some exciting new things coming to the channel soon, which I'm not going to tell you about yet, because you know I'm still working out kinks and things. But yeah, I've got a really couple of really exciting things I'm going to tell you about. So let's just get on with this now. If you remember last time, because it's been a week, we got in some more of the pockets and we filled in some of the ephemera that we had, and they're getting pretty full now, and I'm quite happy with them. But there's a few bits and pieces that I need to make, and so I'm just going to crack on and just make a few things. I still love the way these turned out, these lovely flip outs. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on and make a few more different things, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to just go by page, because I do have a list and it's great, but I forget where I want things, and I want to decorate sympathetically to the situation they're going to be in, if you kind of understand what I mean by that. So this one, another thing that I've got is, let's get all the ephemera out. I've been through my ephemera that I've already made. Now I do have a big ephemera box full of all sorts of stuff, and I also have some things like these. Now these are the tea cards, and these are proper vintage ones. You can see where they've been taped into the book. So I wanted to add some of these in, so I think one of them would look really nice. And the good thing about these is they come from Brook Bond tea, so they're perfect for this. And then we do have some other little bits of ephemera that I've decided I want to just pop in. Now some of these are going to be used just generally. I've got those, these are just labels, and I want to keep them for when I'm making ephemera, so I'll put them aside. And then we've got all these bits of ephemera, and then we've got a couple of bits that we've made up, and then some lovely envelopes, and then these lovely cards. And there's just little bits and pieces, you know, that I want to place, I want to pop in, I want to find somewhere for. So I think I want something in here that's kind of like, I don't want to cover up that lovely card there with the tea cup, so we could sort of put it down there. Yeah, right, so let's get these ones inked up. So yeah, I've been trying to sort things out, and if the sound goes off this one, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll put some music over it. So if you suddenly hear music and there's no more talking, you know I didn't get it sorted out. Hopefully it'll be fine. I've tried everything. I have gone through every little thing that I can think of. I've tried a different memory card. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. These cards are great because they are proper vintage. I mean, I know I am inking it up, but they are proper vintage anyway, and they've got great colouring, and they've got all the information on the back. I think that's a water violet. Lovely. And who doesn't like a little bit of, you know, a nice little bit of flowers and flora and fauna going on in our books. So let's keep going. So that one I think I'm going to call done. That one's fine because that's got a stuffed pocket which needs inking, so we'll do that now. and this is all done lovely. So, and I kind of like the papers that I've used on this one. I think I made these with 6x6 papers, and I had a couple of really cute 6x6 books with the card instead of just the paper, and they made these beautiful little envelopes. I'll have to do a video, a tutorial on them, because it's a great way to use up those 6x6 papers. Oh, and I've got some exciting news. I have some exciting news. You'll never guess what I did last night. I bet you can't guess. Go on, have a go. I went swimming in the sea. I did it. I finally did it. Yeah, I did it. I overcome all of my fears. The jellyfish have gone for the most part. And I went in the sea. Oh my God, I was so pleased with myself, because you know what it is, I do have like a fear of the sea. I really do. You know, it's there's many reasons why I might have a fear of the sea, and I'm not going to go into them all. Needless to say, I've no, you know, the last time I went swimming in the sea was in Cornwall when I was 10, which would have been 1981-ish. And it's warm down there in the sea. You know, the sea down off Cornwall is lovely in the summer, and it's very warm. And I mean, there's a lot of surfing goes on down there, so you know, the surfers, they know where to go for the heat, for the good waves. And anyway, yeah, so that was the last time I ever went in the sea, but I did it, folks. I faced my fears and I did it, and I'm so proud of myself. And you know what? I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun. The water wasn't warm. I tell you what, it took me about 5 minutes to start breathing again. But eventually I did. And I kind of kamikazed it, because I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to do this like one toe at a time. So I ran. I completely ran for it. I just went for it. I was like, I'm going in, and that's it. Let's just... So here's me running down the beach with me battle scream. Everybody's like, what on earth is happening? But I got in, and I just dove straight in, and I couldn't believe it. As I was doing it, I'm thinking, what are you doing? But I did. I went running in, and then I just dove, and I started swimming. Like I say, 5 minutes later, I started breathing again. But once I got acclimatized, it was really nice. It was. I was so surprised. Right, I'm going to tuck that one in there. Horniman's Pure Tea. Okay. I think that looks nice. It needs a little something else. It needs something decorative. I don't want to put that in. Let's see. Maybe something with a bit more colour. I don't want it to get lost underneath. I wonder if that one... Let's have a look at that one. Okay, so we'll go with this one. So yeah, I have faced a fear, and I've swum in the sea, and I finally did it. And you know what? I'm going back and I'm going to do it again. Because it wasn't as bad as I thought. I was expecting it to be worse. My new husband said it was warmer last night than it's been since he started doing it. So maybe next time I'll change my mind. Yeah, that looks right. 3 items, and it looks just about right. I'm going to pull this one out a bit because I want to see those tea kettles. And then we'll push that one up just a little. Yeah, I think that looks great. Yeah, that's fine. That one's done. But yeah, for me, somebody who is like scared of the sea, I was over the moon. But yeah, like I said, it was nice. I really enjoyed it. I do love the way they turned out. I think that's going to be my new favourite thing to do. Right, we need to pack this little baby. So what do we have? I was wondering, would that be too big? Oops, I'm chucking it away. Well, it would sit a bit proud. No, it's not going to be too big actually. It's going to be fine. Yeah, I think we'll go with that, and then you can see the teacups. But I like these patterned ones as well, so let's choose a nice one. Now let's see, I think that colour, yeah, that colour is probably going to go nicely with it. I want something on there though, so let's see, I've got a little bit of lace. Yeah, yeah, I'm liking that. And I've sat and fussy cut out some little shapes if I can find them. Where did I put them? I've got them somewhere. I've got them somewhere. Or, oh, there's a thought. I've got these washi stickers. I wonder if one of these will fit. Because I've got some of these out. Would that look pretty like that? You know what, I think that would look really nice, and then it's nice and simple and it's not too fussy because this one's highly decorated. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So let's see if I can peel this off because I'm notoriously bad at doing these. So yeah, so we started out, we went to the lakes, the English Lakeland, and we went to Coniston Water. And it's one of the, I think it's one of the largest lakes. It might even be the largest lake. Now, when I say a large lake, it's nothing like the ones you've got in America. The American lakes, as I know, are that big that they're tidal. No, well, these ones aren't. But they're pretty big to us. There we go. I kind of like that. Let's get this inked up properly. And so we went swimming in there, but it was a really hot day, and the water, oh, it was absolutely like a warm bath. It really was. I can't believe I couldn't explain to you how warm it was. We were swimming through like warm patches where the sun had been on it, where it was shallow, and it was just like a warm bath, and it was lovely. So that was my first foray. Let's see. I mean, you're barely going to be able to see that poking out, but it's just going to give you something else. And maybe we could pop in as well, if I can find them. Where's our tickets? Let's have a look. Is that going to be too? It is. It's going to swallow it up, isn't it? Okay. Well, we'll leave it at that because that's quite a lot in there. And that's our centre page. I love these colours. They're beautiful, aren't they? And then we want something on this side of the little baggie. It's needed holding on there, look. What else do we have with a bit of size on it? So we don't want it getting swallowed up. So we could pop that in. And maybe one of those with it. Yeah, I like that. I mean, it would be nice to have something a bit bigger in there. But I think that's going to be too, yeah, that's going to be too big. And I think, no, I don't think there's anything. I mean, we could make something for in there. Okay, I tell you what we'll do. We'll leave that one because I'm going to make something to go in there. Right, let's move this aside and see what we've got. Because I've been through all of my bits of ephemera. So what have I found? Let me see what I found, what we could put in there. I'm just pulling bits out. And I did do a neutral, I think these will all be too big, but I did like a neutral, you know, collage spread. And so I've got some of them out, but I think they're all too big. I'm looking for something that's going to be about the right size. Oh, man. Right. Oh, I tell you what we do have, which might look quite nice. We've still got this lovely clock face. And that could be poking out. Oh, I like that. Yes, now we need something behind there. Is this too big? It's too big. I'm just messing about with things now. There we go. That, I like that. And that's just a piece of that the wrapping paper. I'm just trying to find something that's going to fit. No. Okay, well, maybe we could make something. Okay, let's see. Right, would that be, that's not going to be wide enough. And I'm just looking for a blank that we can use and do a little collage on. And I don't think I've got one the right size, so I wonder if, I'm just going to get a page out of my glue book, because this is quite a small glue book, so this might actually work. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? That's about the size we want. Okay, right, we're going to do a little collage. We'll do a quick collage. And then these I'm going to pop aside because they can go in somewhere else. And then, so the next place I went, and I have put away my glue, so I'll just choose this one. I'm going to have to go and get some of me, me stick glue out. This one's not going to come out, is it? I'm just going to get me sticky glue. Right, now let's get this stuck down. So after the lake, we decided that we were going to try some river swimming. Now, river swimming's not a problem to me. I've been doing it for years and I quite like I say, I do like wild swimming. So I wasn't bothered about swimming in the river. I kind of want to use this as well. Let me see what we've got. Just going to pull over a bunch of stuff. Now, where's it going to go? It's blue. So we're going to use, I want to use some of that because it's quite nice. That's too dark. No, I'm not going with the pink. I will use a little bit of that because I do like that. And maybe a little bit of that. That's quite a neutral colour, but no, I'm not quite with it. Yes, I do want to use some music paper. Okay. And then I kind of like that because it's quite subtle, so we'll use that. Okay, okie dokie. Let's get started. So yeah, I was quite happy swimming in the river. That doesn't bother me, and I did enjoy that. It was quite fun, and we've been looking for somewhere where we can get into the river easily, because you know, you're trying to find a nice bank where we can get in is hard. 1 second. That's it. I'm just going to get this bottom piece off. So we've been trying to find somewhere where we can get in and out of the river without it being too much of a problem. I kind of like these stamps here. I wonder if I can just put that, if I kind of, I'm just going to try this out and see what it looks like, and I can trim across the top, but then I don't want the music paper next to there, so how about we'll try a bit of this. A lot of the river there is actually privately owned, so you know, trying to get in and out without trespassing isn't the easiest thing. So anyway, we think we found a place where we can go. Now I want that, I might, it's a bit, I can't, yes I could cut that out. Where's my scissors? Let's cut that out and that can go on the front. I kind of like that. I do like that little piece as well. Maybe we'll use that on something else. But yeah, we found a little spot. It's still a little hard to get in and out. The rocks there are not easy. I've got bruises on my legs to prove it. But then after swimming in there a few times, we went the other day and it had been raining. And the River Weir, the Weir Head, is up on top of the moors. So when it rains and the water washes down, it is freezing. I mean, I'm talking mountain water freezing. So we managed to swim in it. I tell you what, the current was like, it was hard swimming against it, but we managed anyway. Right, that could go kind of, if I bring that down there, then maybe there's a little label there. But I'm decorating it before I've even got it finished. What am I like? Let's get another piece of nice paper. Let's see. I've got bits lying all over the place. Aha. Let's see what we've got here. Well, not them ones because they're card. And I kind of like this because it's got the blue in, even though it's a different blue. It's kind of a nod to it. And we only need a little bit in that corner, so we'll use that. Right, now let's get this all put together. So I'm gonna just get my rule and pull that up, and then there we go. Doesn't matter about that little bit. So then I thought, we went down to the beach yesterday because the girls wanted to go swimming with the dad, my two daughters, and there was a few of his friends were down as well, and I put my swimsuit on. I thought, you know, I'll put my swimsuit on and I'll go and I'll just see, because if it's too cold I can always say, well, no, I don't fancy it. But when we got there, and there was just like, there were 2-year-olds sitting in the sea, you know, and playing, and I was like, yeah, you're being called out by a 2-year-old. I thought, I've got to get in, I've got to give it a go at least once. At least I can say I've tried it. If I don't like it, then that's fine. But I went for it. I went for it in a big way. You'd think I'm joking about the battle cry. I'm not. I harkened back to my Viking ancestors and I did a full-on battle cry running into that sea. People on the beach really did look as if to say, what on earth is the matter with her? Did I tell you I'm crazy? I think I told you I'm crazy. There was these women there that were sitting, when we were sitting on the beach and everybody was getting ready, and these women were like, oh, have you come down to do the swimming? I was like, I've come down for moral support. And I'm thinking about it. She went, get in. She says, you know, it's the best thing. She says, and this is only my second time. She says, and I was a bit hesitant about it, and I didn't want to do it when I first came down. She says, but you know what? I love it now. She went, get in, you'll love it. And I thought, well, you know, give it a go. So when I started, I just took me, because I already had my swimsuit on, and you know, I've got these they're kind of like exercise trousers, but I use them for wild swimming, and I just took my t-shirt off, put it down, and I ran, and I just ran, and I was like I say, I'm not kidding about the battle cry. There was a battle cry, people. There was a battle cry. And this woman looked at me as if to say, oh my God, what have I done? Oh, it was so much fun. My daughters were like, she's not with us. Really, she's not with us. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was good. And all that said, I'm proud of myself for doing it, because like I faced a fear, and nothing. There was no, the kraken didn't turn up. There were no whales, like killer whales, or what do we call them, the orcas, even though there's been some spotted off the coast, and I did find out about that before I went in. But yeah, nothing came to try and kill me. It was great. I was happy. I wonder, see, it's going to cover up some of that, isn't it? And the other ones are just a little bit too big. I'm just wondering what we could get away with. What could we get away with? Because I don't want to put a full on, I don't think I want to put a full on. I've got one of these, and that might look quite nice. It's a washi sticker, which I'm kind of happy about, because you'll be able to see the background, but it is kind of like a label. Or we've got a nice washi butterfly. Oh, that would look nice. Oh yes, I'm going to do that. So yeah, I'm going to try again. There's another little beach, well, it's more like I don't know what you would call it, like a, oh, I don't know what the word for it would be. It's not like open to the sea. It's a harbour, a little harbour, in a town near us, and apparently they swim there a lot. And because it's quite a small harbour and it's sheltered, it gets quite warm there. So yeah, I'm going to give that a go. I've just gone over the top just slightly. I can trim that off. Let's just try and blend that in a little bit more. There we go. Great. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's good. Now we need to back it, and I have some glue, which is going to match the blue. Let's move these. It's going to match the blue of the pocket, so that's great. So I think I'll just put the glue on the back of there, and then I can sew around this, but I'll do that off camera. Oops, I guess that's the end of that. There's enough room to do this. So yes, I'm going to try swimming there next. I'm thinking, you know, with it being a little harbour and it being quite sheltered, I don't think an orca can get that far in. Do you know where it is? Honestly. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I, you know, they say that a lot of fears are unfounded. Well, this one was, because by the time I got myself in and had, I think we were in for about half an hour as well, had a lovely swim. I was loving it. I was loving it. It was great. So that's another fear conquered. A fear of swimming in deep water, which was my lake. The rivers I'm not bothered about. Rivers and ponds, it doesn't bother me. But I did swim in a lake, which is another fear, because the idea of swimming in deep water and not being able to touch the bottom, it scares the life out of me. I don't know where that comes from. And then, of course, swimming in the sea, that was another fear conquered, because I am quite frightened of the sea. I'm like I says, I think I've told you this before, I was brought up in the middle of the country, so I'm kind of like country bred and born and bred, and the idea of the sea has always been a scary prospect to me. So yeah, another fear conquered. I'm like, yes, I am well on a roll. So yeah, I'm quite happy. It's quite fun, and I'm just thinking, what can I do next? But yeah, that battle cry was something. I think had the being jellyfish still there, they would have probably swum away quickly after hearing my battle cry. You know, it was fierce. It was, yeah. My Viking ancestors would have been proud of me. Probably would have thought I was a lunatic. Right, let's put a bit of ink on these as well. This is just, it's painted on a thin card, so it's going to be a great journaling space. That's going to be lovely, isn't it? I love circular journaling spaces. And I was going to use it on a collage or something, but you know, it'll look lovely just popping its head out of that pocket, and then it's a nice surprise when you pull it out and find that you've got a nice journaling space on there. And I might just lessen some of that white, just a little. Just give it a little bit of a, there we go. Perfect. And again, this is a piece of the wrapping paper. It's quite thick, and it's going to again make a nice little journaling tag, which is great. I'm pleased with that. So yeah, it was it's been an interesting couple of weeks for me. I can well and truly say that my my 49th birthday was well and truly memorable. to the point where yeah, conquering fears, you know. I think I always said I was going to be fabulous at 50, and here I am on my way to it, conquering fears and doing things that I didn't think I could do. Yeah, I like that, and the colours seem to match really well. I just pull them bits. There we go. Great. Okay, let's move on and find something else. I love the way these turned out. I think the audio cut out when I was trying to explain these. These are my snippets that I make, and they're slow stitched. And I just sit on a night, and I've got a bag of scraps of fabric and little bits of trim and that, and it literally is just, if I've got some scraps, I put them in. I've got a big jar. I think you'll have seen it on one of my videos, and I just I sit with that, and I'll put them together and just make up what feels right. And yeah, it's I kind of like this now. This I think will fit, and then we've got something similar in both pockets. It's kind of nice to sit and slow stitch on a night, because I have to keep my hands busy. I'm not someone who can just sit and watch TV without something to do. It drives me crazy sometimes, because when I'm trying to really concentrate on something, it's difficult. It's very few times when something will grab me that much that I will be able to sit and watch it without having something that I'm working on. This is just a piece of scrapbook card, and again, I think it was some 6x6s, and I simply used the edge trim to create a little belly band, and it's made this nice little tag. I might do them on Tag Tuesday. And then I've just filled it with some ephemera from, that one's being done, from the kit, and a little bit of nice scrapbooking paper. And it's just another nice way to enjoy making a different type of tag, I suppose. I'll do these on Tag Tuesday so you can see, because they are quite nice. And once you've got them all nicely stuffed with your ephemera, then you've got a belly band that you can move about anywhere you want. And again, this is just a piece of really nice scrapbooking card. I think sometimes the designs on them are so pretty that it's nice to just let them showcase themselves, you know, without adding to it. Because sometimes, you know, when you've got a lot of highly decorated pieces, it's nice to have a few that are not highly decorated, that are just pretty. And I think that's where your scrapbooking paper comes in the best. Right, let's get this opened up. I think it's slightly caught at the top there. There we go. Right. There we are. Perfect. And that will sit nice. There we are. Great. Okay, next one. That one's done. That needs nothing else. I'm pleased with the way that one looks. And that's the end of that signature. Okay, let's move on to the next signature. It's starting to get quite chunky, so I'm really pleased with that. And then what do we have? We've got quite a lot of space so we can put stuff, but like I say, I went through all of my ephemera, and I found a few different bits that we can put in, that we're going to put in. This one needed a nice big side tag, didn't it? Now, where did I put those ones? You see, I think that, yeah, we can use one of them in there. Now, I've got some more of these tags out, so let's get this one inked up, and then we can see how we're going to decorate. These ones have already been sewn round. They're all ready. They're all very neutral. I used a lot of text and music paper and vintage papers. In fact, everything on there is either vintage or antique, and it turned out lovely. And then on the back, I think I've used these are quilting templates. It's the vintage ones from, I think, the early 80s, that I've had. I think my mum gave us them because she used to collect all that sort of stuff. That's probably where I get my my collecting frenzy from. But yeah, she gave us them, and it's so nicely yellowed. So yeah, so we put that on there, and that's going to nicely, yeah, I like that. Right, let's see, decoration. I want to use one of these because I kind of like it. I think maybe the green might be better. And then let's see, what did we have to decorate with? I'm just looking. Where did we put those bits that we had left over? Because because I had a few bits. Aha, I think I've found them. I do. I've found them. Let me get the rest of them. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see what we've got. I kind of like that teacup, and that'll sit nice there. And maybe we don't need a label, but we could put that there. And it's just inside the stitching, and I kind of like that. It kind of looks pretty like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, you know what? We'll do that. It's nice how things just come together sometimes. Right, let's get a bit of ink on this. So I hope everybody's been okay, because I know it's there's a lot happening at the minute, isn't there? I mean, if you're in America, wow, you guys are just having a tough time of it. Really are. Hugs to you all. Hugs to you all. Because there's a lot going on for you guys over there. And if you're in the UK or in Europe or you know, yeah. Need I say more? Yeah. We're struggling to control things over here. The virus is kind of still kicking butt over here. And I know even New Zealand, you know, New Zealand they've probably been the best out of all of us in the beginning, like managing to control things. And you know, they were really spot on with the way they cracked down on everything. It was really, you know, great. And now they're really struggling, and that to me is scary, because you've got a country that is seems to be handling things, seems to be able to do things, you know, and then before you know it, they're struggling too. I mean, wow, things are getting strained. I think that's the problem. I don't think that it's getting harder. Maybe it is, I don't know. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? I like that. I'll just stick that bit down. Yeah, that's pretty. And again, this is just part of that that lovely wrapping paper that I got, the artisan wrapping paper. Now let's just hope that we can get our glue to come out, because it didn't want to come out before, did it? It's a bit shy today. I think it's getting to the point where everybody's nerves are stretched to the point of, like, I don't think anybody's got any, you know, when they say to you, when you get to the end, they say tie a knot in it and hold on, but whew, wow, I think everybody's getting sore hands from holding on to that knot. It's like, I don't know, I think it's a bit scary. The future, the future's very scary. I mean, I've started my Christmas shopping. I know, I'm saying the word, the dreaded word. I've already got quite a few presents in, because I do not want to leave it to the seasonal, you know, shopping time, because I want everything done before then, because who knows, you know. I think that looks pretty. I like that. I'm really liking the way that one worked out. You can see the pink and everything. Lovely. Well, that's another one done. So yeah, I've already started mine. I think I'm going to leave these as they are. I'm not even going to bother inking them. The nice little journaling spot, and they decorate the page beautifully. I'm going to leave them the way they are. So yeah, has anybody else started the Christmas shopping like I have? Because yeah, I want to get as much done as I can, as much sorted as I can, because I'm really starting to worry about it. I know that's probably silly, but yeah, I don't want to get to that point and be stuck in a lockdown so that you can't get anything. Do you know? It's kind of like, let's make sure that we've got everything sorted. I'm just thinking about putting some decoration on this page, because it is quite plain. I like that. That's quite nice. Yeah, you know, I like that. Let's do that, and then I'll go over it with the ink. But yeah, I don't want to leave things to the last minute. like I always do. I mean, I always say to myself every year, I am going to start shopping early because I'm going to have everything done before, and I'm not going to leave it to the last minute and end up running around the shops like a nut. And every year I run around the shops like a nut because I just haven't done it. But this year, yeah, I suppose that's another thing to be proud of. Another thing to be thankful for, that I've managed to get me backside in gear and get some shopping done. And yeah, I'm going to put that on my thankfulness list. Right, let's just get this. I want it in the corner because then I think it'll pop out from behind the pull out, and it'll make you want to pull it out to see what's hidden behind. Oh, I like that. Yeah, right, let's get a little bit of ink on it, just a tiny bit. I don't want to distress it too much. I just want to give it a little bit of a blend into the page. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Just around the edges mostly. There we go. I like that. That's nice. And see, you can just see it poking behind there, and it makes you want to pull that forward to see what's behind there. A little bit of intrigue, and every junk journal needs a little bit of intrigue. That's why I like hidden journaling spots, because I think, you know, gives you that nice little bit of intrigue. Right, that one's all done. This one I'm happy with. I don't think it needs anything else. No, I think that's fine. Okay, you know what, I may just, have we got another one of those nice tea cards? This is where it would be helpful to be a little more tidy, Eileen, so that you could find things when you wanted them and you wouldn't be searching through stuff wondering what you've done with them. And I can't find it. Okay, where on earth did they go? Oh well, I guess we can always come back when I find them. There they are. Right, get a tiny little bit of, there we go. I kind of like the idea of having one of these tea cards because the flowers are going to kind of tie into this tag, and it kind of brings that a little bit more together. Yep, I like that. Okay, and then oh, look at these cakes, don't they look great? Could you imagine, like, going to the extent when you when you're preparing a tea party of making these little yachts with I think they've got savoury dip. It's like little bread buns and savoury dip and olives and things on top, and then they've made a little sail for it. Could you imagine? I just wouldn't have the patience, but it looks great. I'd love to go to a tea party where you know, there was stuff like that. Like, we've been for high tea or afternoon tea a couple of times, and that's been very cute. But yeah, never anything as intricate as that. Right, now let's get this stuff. Now let me show you what I've been finding. So first of all, I've made some fabric flips. So there's one for each of the journals, and I've just embroidered a cup of tea with the steam coming over across, because I thought it's nice and I like that kind of, you know, that kind of design, that kind of swirly whirly. So let's find somewhere for a fabric flip, and I'm just going to quickly check because I want to see the kind of, this one feels a bit bulkier, so you know what, I might put it in the back because I think I've got quite a lot of space here. Now let's have a look at this, because I think it'd look pretty with the edging down, and I kind of like it across from there, because you've got your elegance and your shabby elegant and your nice decorative. Okay, let's do that. And there's another little intrigue. I love doing these. These are very similar to my snippets that I do, and I just sit and put my bits of fabric together. If I'm working on a particular journal, then I'll use the fabric that I've used for the journal, which is what I've done with this one. I'm just going to make sure I've got plenty of glue on this because I don't want it going anywhere. And then I'll usually embroider to the theme of the journal, which for this one was D. And I just think, you know, it's a nice little thing to do, and it adds another element, another decorative touch that's personal to that journal, and it means something to that journal, you know. And it means something to me because my stitching, you know, it's kind of putting a piece of me in there. So yeah, I've used the same fabrics, and that looks perfect there. I'm loving that. And then the other thing I've done is I made these. Now these are just strips of the collage that I had, and then some nice lace, and I've just glued the lace on so that, you know, you could tuck things underneath the lace or underneath the belly band. So as soon as we put that one in there, we will go to the front with this one. So we need to find somewhere to put our belly band. Let's see. Oh, I wonder. Oh, it would look nice then. It decorates that page nicely. I mean, I know that that page is nice writing, but you've still got the writing on the back. See if there's anywhere else. I don't think so. I think nope, that's in, we're into the second signature there. Let's have a look on this side. I mean, there's that, but that's again nice writing space, and it's a bit decorative. No, we'll do it here. This is nice. And then we're going to need something to decorate with that, so we need a card for that. So I was going to hand embroider some belly bands, but I thought, you know what, I don't want to make it too fussy, and I kind of like this this plainer look to the belly band, because I want the belly band to be the decoration, but I want the ephemera that's in it to be the thing that shows. And I think what I'm going to do is, I'm thinking I might put this behind it. Is it going to be a bit too big? I might have to trim it down just a little bit. Maybe I could get away with it, because I am going to fold it, so once it's folded it's going to be like that. Yeah, you know what, I'm going to do that. And this is just a printout from those images from the Royal Library that I was telling you about in a previous video. And I just downloaded it and printed it out on some nice thick cream. It's like, it's thicker than paper, but it's not quite card. So it's perfect for writing on. And it's perfect for a piece of ephemera. It's not just going to disintegrate over time like paper tends to, especially when you bend it. It tends to kind of come apart at the seams, but no, this isn't going to do that. So we'll just get this nicely decorated. I've got a few of those fabric flips actually in the Etsy store. I think there's a few left. I've sold quite a few. And I'm going to put some of my little snippets, me embroidered snippets in there as well, because when I looked in, I was making some the other night and I went to put some more in the bag, because I've just got a bag of them next to the sofa where I sit, and I thought that feels quite full, that. And when I went and had a look, it's more than quite full, it's very full. I'm going to pop that one on as well. So yeah, I thought, well, I'm never going to use these in a month of Sundays. If I did, I would just have one of these on every page of the next journal I make. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to put them in the shop. So hopefully sometime next week I'm going to be doing like a shop restock, because I've got some nice fabrics and I've got some books to put in. Now, a few people have asked me about the Ladybird books. I've been sourcing them for years, and I've been getting some more, and I now have some nice antique ones that I'm going to pop in. Do I want another piece? I like this envelope, and I kind of think that would look nice. Just, yeah, I'm going to do that. So let's get this. Should I glue it down or should I leave it? I'll leave it, because that's up to the person who gets the journal. You know, if they want to glue that down and use it as a full envelope, they can, or they can use it as a nice little journaling spot that doubles as an envelope. So I'll leave that up to whoever gets the journal. I like that, because then, you know, whoever gets this journal gets to make it their own, and they can decide then. Now let's just pop this in. So we've got something behind each of the layers. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I really like that. That's perfect. Right, that's that done. Now, what else did we have? What else did I find? I found these nice pockets that we made. I found these pockets that we made. I found these pockets that we made out of a nice tea paper. And let me just move a few things. Then I found these nice little scrapbooks that I want to pop in, and then these are the cabinet cards, the false cabinet cards we made. And then I also found these, which I love, which are like little flip outs, and you can glue those in as well to become pockets or tucks or little belly bands. And then there's these that I made, which are little tucks as well. Now, these are all things you've seen me make on different videos, and I've had them sitting, and I thought, you know what, these would look very nice in these very elegant journals. So I'm thinking I'm going to use some of these. Now, I do like these very much. So let's see. Let's go through and see where we've got blank space, because I don't want it too full, because these are already getting quite chunky. But I do want to have it so that there's plenty of little tucks and hideaways. Now, there's that one there. I don't think that's quite the right colour for that. That would go nice, because then you've got the pink is mirrored. I kind of like that. And then I don't think that I'm going to stuff this one. I'm going to leave this one for whoever gets the journal, so that they can decide what tags they want to put in. So we'll do that. So it is a floating one because I did back it, but it doesn't matter, because you can still, I could put it in that way and have it as a side tuck, or that way and have it in as a top. So what should we do? Kind of like the idea, because we've already got one side tuck, let's have it come in as a little pocket in the top. And then whoever gets this, they can use it to pop their little bits of ephemera in. And if they want to make tags to go in there that are matching, that's perfect. Or they could just choose to put letters in, bit of journaling, photographs. It would be lovely for little photographs. Let's put it a little bit lower, seeing as we're going to have that bigger pocket at the top. I don't want to fill every page with pockets and tucks and things. I just want to make sure that there's enough in there, because I want there still to be lots of journaling space. And I think, seeing as we've done two things in the front, let's have a look in the back. This one, I wonder if I could put that there, and then it's kind of, yeah, I kind of like that, and then you've got a nice pocket there. Okay, let's do that. And then we'll find something to pop in there, because this one will be nice to just pop some little bits of ephemera in. Could maybe even get that last tea card in. Right. Okay. We'll get that one pressed down, and then we've got some nice bits of tea cards, and we've got these nice little envelopes as well. We'll maybe put one or two of them in, and then that's going to look lovely. Just make sure those corners are well pressed down. And if there's something here that you've seen that you haven't seen the video for, just go back through my videos, because I think all of these bits that I've found, they are stuff that I've made on previous videos, on tutorials. You'll find them in the tutorials. So yeah, have a quick look if there's something you're curious about. And if you can't find them, or if there's something that I haven't done a tutorial on, then drop me a comment and ask me about it, and I will sort out a tutorial for you. If there's anything you're curious about, because, like, you know, sometimes I forget what I've done and what I haven't done. I've got quite a few videos now, and sometimes I do forget, because I'm terrible at naming my videos what they are. Okay, that one can pop in. That can pop in like that, so you can see those nice teacups. And then there's this one. And I think if we have 2 envelopes and then 2 pieces of ephemera, that should look nice. I quite like that. Hello. And then it'll look really cute. Right, let's see. Okay, and I'm gonna, oh yeah, that's a thought. Is there another one of these? No, they're all oriented the same way. Okay, so let's just, it's going to be a little bit upside down, but that's fine, that's fine. You can still see that it's a nice teacup. There's so much ephemera with this kit, it's just so great. I'm loving working with it. And then I think if we pop this, doesn't need a lot because it's quite aged anyway, like that. Perfect, that's nicely balanced, I like that. Okay, so there's that one done. I'm not going to bother putting the little one in because I think that one of them's enough. Okay, so the only other thing was to put this in, and where was the one up there? The little flip outs. So let's find somewhere for our little flip out. I like that because, although I don't know, it might, no. Okay, I've changed my mind. Yeah, it's as easy as that. I think I might pop that there. I like it. I like the way the decorative, yeah, that's, yeah. Okay, I'm convinced. I'm just going to snip a little bit off and I'm going to freehand it, and I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to. Hopefully I get it straight. There we go. Okay. Let's see. That's better. Now, let's just finish. There we go. And then we can get this on. Now, I think I might want to put a little bit of decoration on this one. So, we could put that there. And then maybe we could do like a little collage type thing. That's not the right colour. I'm kind of, so let's see, I did have the things to decorate with, but I don't know what I've done with them now. Do you know, I really ought to, there we go, I've found them. I really ought to pay more attention to where I put things. Now I like that, and we could pop a little teacup there as well. No, it's the same paper I've cut them out of. What do we have? What else do we have? Nope. I've kind of got little bits and pieces. Nope. I like that one. And here's some more bits here. So maybe yeah, I like that. That's it. That's the one. Okie dokie. And I'm going to keep these handy because I keep losing them. Otherwise I will lose them and I won't be able to find them, and I'm sick of looking for them. Right, let's get these glued on. Okay, we'll start with this one. Where's my glue? We'll pop that one there. And then this is a bit thicker, so I'm going to use the proper glue for it. The proper glue. Like the other glue is not proper. I'm going to use the tacky glue for it. Oh my word. I think the flowers are that way up. There we go. And then this one I'll just use the glue stick for. It's lovely quality, that wrapping paper that I got. And I was in where was I? There was a nice little town that we go to, and they've got some lovely little shops in that. And there was this, it was one of these interior design type shops, and I was going to go in because through the door I could see a bin full of rolls of handmade, well, not handmade, but of artisan wrapping papers, and I was like straight away, ooh, junk journaling. And I thought, you know what, Eileen, you've got enough. You really don't need to put yourself in a shop in this climate just because there's handmade paper. It was a close call, folks, I've got to tell you that it was. But the thought of putting that damn mask on one more time, I was like, no, I can do without it. I just did not want to wear a mask again. I am all for it, don't get me wrong. I am not saying that I would not wear a mask. I am all for it. You know, I am fully behind the mask wearing thing. But you know, it's hard. It's very hard. Now let's just find some nice bits that we can pop in here. And I don't mind when I've got to go into a shop, you know, if I've got to go in and get something. But for the sake of wrapping paper, you know, I can do without. So yeah, we did go to our favourite bakers though, and I spent a fortune because it's been so long since I've had proper bread. Now don't get me wrong, the supermarkets do a good enough job, you know, and it's great and all that you've got that facility there and that you can get your bread, but there's nothing quite like a proper third generation baker who knows the bread inside and out, and she makes the best bread. And so yeah, I sat and had a big hunk of bread, and it's just lovely. You know, we don't get it all the time, you know, it's you've got to pay for what you get, you know. But it's nice every now and then to have a treat and treat yourself to some real bread. Right, I wish I could make my own. I'm just not that kind of, I just don't have that kind of, I do like cooking, but I'm just not that kind of patient. That needs a big tag. It needs something bigger. Let's have a look and see what we have. Maybe one of these. Oh yeah, that's going to sit nicely in there. Okay. But yeah, it's nice because it's been a long time, you know, that there's a lot of these bakeries that unfortunately, and it's not just the bakeries, there's all sorts, there's a lot of shops that are not going to open up again because COVID kills more than people. It kills economies, and especially in little places like you know, this is a little town in the middle of the countryside, and it's titchy, and unfortunately they've been hit hard. I kind of like the idea of using these roses. I wanted to use them somewhere. I'm trying to figure out what the orientation is. I think you can have them kind of oriented. I like that way. Right, okay, and then we'll finally use one of those tags. That's not the right one though. Where's that other one? Here I go again, looking for things. There it is. I've got it. Yeah, I think that one's better. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. But yeah, I think there's a lot of these places not going to open up again. So when we went to the little town that we haven't been to, oh, well, since it would have been before Christmas, it really would. I'm going to try doing this while it's still on its backing and see if it makes a difference, and then I can blend it in, hopefully. We'll see how it turns out. It's always a nice experimenting things. Yeah, so it was nice to get there and find that not all of them are shut down, but it was sad to see how many shops have gone. I mean, one of my favourite places, it was kind of like it was a very strange shop. It was called the Haylot, I think it was, And it was like antiques and vintage and all sorts of strange and unusual. You know, it was things that you're never going to, in a month of Sundays, see in a department store or a supermarket. And it was so nice because you could go in there and you could find all sorts of things. I like the way that light looks now. Yeah, it's kind of nice the way it sort of frames it a little bit. That's nice, I like that. It was a curio shop, what they call a curio shop. You weren't quite sure what you were going to find in there. And whether it was going to be brand new, antique, vintage, or who knows. There was a lot of who knows in there. Should have moved that, put some new paper on the glue book. That's alright, gives it that more vintage effect anyway. So yeah, and it's sad because, well, it's gone, and it was one of my favourite shops. I'm sure I had some lace lying around. Let's see, what do we have? Would that brown do? No. Would this one do? Oh, that's nice and wide actually. Yes, you know what, I think it will. I've just gotten these actually. We went to a market. I kind of don't mind markets so much because they're out in the fresh air, aren't they? And the social distancing's good on them, you know. So let's just snip a bit of this off. But anyway, that wasn't the only place that had shut down. But you know, there's a lot of other things that have taken off, and a lot of cottage industries. Etsy seems to be doing really well as more and more people kind of want to support small businesses. I know eBay's been experiencing a boom, and Etsy and a few other websites like it, not on the high street, was saying that they've been doing really well, which is good for us who use them. But yeah, I kind of think that the high street was killed in Britain anyway. The high street was killed with retail parks and supermarkets. So I think it's been on its last legs for a while, and I think that this is just the last bullet that's that's sealed its fate, unfortunately. I like that. I like the way that looks. I could have sewn that on, but I've already sewn around this and I didn't want to then go over the top of it. I think the glue's fine. It's going to look great. I like that. Perfect. Yes, that's that done. Now, let's see. What was the other thing that we had? We were trying to find somewhere for this when we got kind of sidetracked, weren't we? No. See, no, it's too samey same. No, too samey same. What about the other side of this? Yeah, I like that. That's going to work there. Let's get a little bit of ink on this thing. And then I tell you what else I did as well. I went to Hadrian's Wall, and that was so much fun. I think I did talk about this in my last video, but I think that when the audio cut out, it was when I was talking about it. So yeah, I went to Hadrian's Wall and I walked some of the wall, and that was, you know, I haven't done that since I was a teenager. I don't live very far from the wall, you know, but it's one of those things. It's funny, isn't it, how we will spend thousands going abroad and to different places on holiday to explore new places and new areas, and we forget about the things that we've got around us. So having a staycation, it opens the eyes up to the things that you've actually got around you, which is great because, you know, I got to walk the wall. And Hadrian's Wall is like, it's thousands of years old, and obviously it was built by Hadrian, Emperor Hadrian, to keep the Scots out, because by the time they'd finished fighting the northern tribes, they were like, you know what, enough's enough. These guys are bad enough. We're not going to go and fight the Scots now. We've had it. Let's just build a big wall. And so they did. They built a wall across Britain. And it's about 2,000 years old. You can't actually walk on the wall itself. A lot of it's gone. You know, the brick got reused over the centuries. Bits of it have fallen apart. That's nice. I like that because you can just see that that's just sticking out. It's just got a little something behind there. What was the last thing that we were going to put in? I wanted to find somewhere to pop this. And then we've got this. And I think that that's about it. So let's just find somewhere for these. So yeah, you can walk, there's a path along the wall and it's called walking the wall, even though you're not walking the wall, you're walking the path, but you know, semantics. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was well, I wonder if you would look good just poking out from there. Yeah, perfect. And then you've got a nice little notebook there as well. And then you, where are we going to put you, pretty lady? Where will we put you? Pretty girl. So yeah, I did that and I enjoyed that. That was a really good day, even though I was absolutely shattered because the wall itself, it's straight across the country. It's not kind of, oh, I don't want to lose you in there. It's not an easy, you know, just a nice straight wall that goes along a straight path. It's up and down mountains. I call them mountains, you know, the hills really. Mountains to me, okay. When you're trying to climb up them, the mountains. But some of them are quite steep, and so yeah, it's, I wonder if we pop you in the back of there and then we'll be able to see her kind of through there. And that just kind of gives you a tiny little glimpse of, yeah, I like that. Right, you know what? Look how chunky that is. I think that one's done. I'm thinking it's done. I mean, my word. How do I manage it? I always think to myself, I'm going to make it not so chunky this time. I can't help myself, can I? I just keep on adding and adding and adding. Right. I'm going to call it good. I'm going to call it good. Okay. There's a few bits left to do. We need to sort out the tabs for the edge of the page, and I want to do a final flip through to make sure we've got everything where it needs to be and to make sure everything looks good. But I think I'm going to call that one done, and then we're going to have to figure out the closure because I still haven't figured that out. But yeah, you know, that's great. I'll leave it at that. And on that note of climbing mountains and finishing a journal, I've waffled on enough, so I'm going to call this a video. I really hope that the audio works. Please do drop a like. It does really help me out if you can do that. And subscribe, you know, for more creativity and madness. So take care everybody. Please stay safe and I will see you next time. Happy crafting. Bye.